Hello everyone, welcome to a new recipe from Enka's kitchen. Look at the delicious vegetable pie I made today. It looks super appetizing. You can see the crunchy cheese on top and it's completely filled with vegetables. And perfect recipe for all ages and perfect for introducing new vegetables to those who are more reluctant to eat them. So I won't waste any more time and let's get started. We'll need 1 zucchini, 1 eggplant, 1 red onion, 2 to 4 carrots depending on the side. This time mine were on the small side, so I used 4. 1 green bell pepper, which I had frozen, which is why you can see it's already cut into stripes. 7 eggs, about a cup of milk, grated cheese, salt, black pepper, and 1 teaspoon of turmeric. Let's start, as always, by preparing the ingredients. You can see that I'm cutting the pepper I had into strips, so I cut them into squares. Take the eggplant and cut off both ends. And now we're going to cut it into slices. Once we have it sliced, let's cut it into cubes. Look, like this, and keep it in a bowl. Well, I have it ready and now let's do the zucchini, which we're also going to cut off both ends, and just like the eggplant, cut it into slices and then into cubes. We have to cut the vegetables so they are all about the same size. Also, if you don't want to make so many, you can use only half of the ingredients and you'll get a smaller cake, depending on how many people you're serving. Zucchini is also ready, so let's move on to the carrot. And the same thing, cut it into slices, and if some parts are larger than others, cut them also into small cubes. With this cake you can make 8 servings, and the pieces are quite big. I use an 8-inch pan. Okay, now we'll move on onto the onion, and the same thing, cut it into small cubes. I have the pan with hot oil and I'm going to start sauteing the pepper. As you can see, the oil jumps a little, but that's because of the water in the frozen pepper. Add the zucchini, the carrot, and the onion. Saute a little bit, but I'm not adding the eggplant yet because since it absorbs so much oil, I prefer to saute the other vegetables first and the eggplant last. And at this point, add the eggplant. Add 1 teaspoon of salt and mix unsalted. Also add black pepper to taste. And when the vegetables are ready, turn off the heat and set aside. I have the pan ready and I'm going to line the bottom and sides with baking paper. I recommend that if you have a non-removable pan, use it. With this one, when I added the vegetables with the egg started to come out of the edge of the pan. I had to work very quickly to avoid wasting too much egg. So here's my advice to help you work more efficiently with this cake. As you can see, I trim off the excess paper and grease the sides a little with butter so the paper sticks well to the pan. And you see, I'm trying to seal the mold, but still the egg kept coming out. Anyway, once it's ready, let's make the cake. Place the eggs in the bowl. Add 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of turmeric, black pepper to taste, beat the eggs a little and mix with the spices. Add the milk, beat well, and look, I'm bringing the vegetables over here and we'll add them to the eggs. Mix everything well and finally add grated cheese. And the amount of cheese you want. The more you like your cheese, the more you add. Okay, now comes the part where I have to work quickly, and I'm going to place the mixture in the bowl. And if you see from the side, the eggs is already starting to come out. So I placed it on a baking sheet to prevent a bigger mess in the oven. And on top, cover it well with more grated cheese. Now bring it to the oven already preheated at 350 for 45 to 50 minutes. And after the time, look how spectacular it looks. When it's cooled a little, unmold it and let it rest and cool a little bit more on a wire rack. If you like the recipe, you can give it a like, you can share it, and you can subscribe to the channel. If you use a non-removable mold, you see that you can easily flip it just like I'm doing with a plate. Just remove the paper and flip it again on the plate where you're going to serve it. And look how pretty it looks. I'm going to cut a little piece and I'm going to eat some strawberries too, which I love. Look how nice it looks inside, and the cheese we put inside gives it a tastier touch. And it's delicious. And another day, I leave you with another recipe where you can surprise your guest, because as you can see, the cake's presentation is very pretty. So as always, I hope you try it and like it as much as we do. See you next time. Bye!